Hi, you guys. This is Renata. This video came about because I saw a comment on one of my YouTube videos regarding the hateful voicemail, and I had called the Oakland police and recorded that. So anyway, on this video, this guy left a comment. He said, "Why would you wear red when you know most targeted individuals have been intentionally sensitized to red?" Okay, so I want to answer his question. I will actually go back and type out a reply to him later. But that color, he's right. I had on a red top. I don't even remember what color pants or skirt or whatever I had on that day. Um, but that's what I wore to work that morning. I did that video in the afternoon after work. And I rarely do videos showing my face. I mainly do the videos showing my face when I want it to be known that it is me because perhaps I plan to use that for evidence. And so I don't want it to be mistaken who that was talking. So I'll show my face. But normally I don't show my face. So it doesn't really matter what I'm wearing. So I never really think about what I'm wearing when I do a video. But again, that's something that I wore to work that day, and I don't think about the colors I wear beyond the fact of wondering like if it matches with everything that I have on. Other than that, I don't really put a lot of thought into it. I do know that color stalking is real. I know that it happens. I know that it is another harassment tool that the perpetrators use to target a person. I know that it's another psyop. It's a psychological operation, and it's designed to scare and to traumatize the target. I understand that. I get some of the color stuff too. I used to get it a whole lot in the beginning. I decided that I was not going to let colors bother me. And so I don't really think about it. When I wear a color, I just wear a color. I have a lot of colors. Right now, I have on gray and black. Red and black are not the only colors that the perpetrators use to target someone. If you guys were to see me now, what I have on now would probably make someone uncomfortable. But it's not my intention. And it was not my intention that day. I just did the video with what I wore to work. And again, I don't let the color thing control me, so I really don't think about it. I just wear whatever I want to wear. So it was not my intention to target anybody or to harm anybody. You guys just saw what I wore to work that day. Um, which makes, when I read that comment, it made me realize that this is really a good time to talk about the color harassment because again, it's real. I know that it happens. It doesn't trigger me, but I know that it does trigger a lot of people. It used to trigger me, but I worked past that. There are other things that trigger me, so it's not like I don't get triggered at all because I do. But that's just one of the things that I have worked past. And I think that for people who want to work on getting over some of this stuff, the color stalking might be a good place to start. Because if you think about it with your rational mind, colors are everywhere. Colors are everywhere in our universe. Um, they have made these colors negative and we have bought into it, but they don't have to be negative. It's just that we are allowing them to dictate and to give us a negative connotation with the colors red, with the colors black in particular. Those seem to be their favorites. But they use any color. They will use any color they think they can traumatize you with. They will use it. And so it's a good idea for people to just work past that because I've learned that I can't expect people to change for me. Like no one should expect me not to wear what I enjoy wearing. We have to change the way we look at things. And that's what I decided to do with the color thing. I just tell myself it's just another color in the crayon box. I mean, colors are everywhere. And they want you to think that everyone wearing whatever color they're purping you with um, is involved. But it's not true. Everyone wearing red is not in on your targeting. It's just the truth. Everyone wearing purple, everyone wearing blue, yellow, gold, whatever color they are targeting a person with, everyone wearing that color is not targeting you. Now, granted, there are people wearing those colors that are absolutely targeting whoever they're trying to target that day. Yes, color stalking is real. It does happen. But don't think that everybody is involved in your targeting because they're wearing that color, because they're not. They're absolutely not. Excuse me. So, um, I want to share, and I want to say too that and I may have said this already, that I know that the colors red and black have been associated with the occults, with the Illuminati, with the rituals, and those type of things. Um, and so that color does have some dark and those two colors does have dark and evil connotations with them, but we don't have to buy into that. We get to choose. We get to choose what we entertain. We get to choose what color, what the color represents for us. Now let's just think about the color red. With the stalking thing, they want you to think that red means evil, that it means, some kind of harm is coming to you or whatever. They want you to think with this red, okay? So it's something negative. But when you think about the color red, with your rational mind, what was the first thing that you learned that most people, I don't know about everybody, but most people learned about the color red? Way back in elementary school, we learned to associate red with Valentine's Day. We learned to associate red with love, with roses, with positive things. It wasn't it wasn't a negative thing at all. So you can still choose to do that. You can still choose to think of red in a positive way. You could think that it means love, if that's what you want to think about it. You know, red is also associated with power. You'll see a lot of the business people, they'll wear red. It's associated with strength, it's associated with courage. So don't allow them to make you think that red is bad. Red is not bad. It's the negativity that they associated with it. Okay? So, let's see. I had this color wheel I wanted to share with you guys. I hope you can see it. And this color wheel here, it gives you some of it gives you some descriptors of how these different colors can be associated. Hang on a second. Okay. All right. So right here it says that red is the color of fire and blood. Okay. So they want you to think this negative thing about the blood thing. Okay. Um, but it's also associated with energy, with war, with danger, and that's probably what they're doing when they're doing the color stalking with the red. They want you to think of danger, but it also is associated with power and determination and passion and desire and love. Okay, so rather than to think of the negative things that this color is associated with, because color also has frequencies and colors can make you feel a certain way. You can think of warmth when you think of red. I think of warmth. I think of love, determination, so you don't have to associate it with the subliminals that they're giving you because no one said to you red is a bad thing. They just stalked you with it and your mind associated it with the bad thing. Okay, black. Black is associated with power, elegance, formality, death, evil, and mystery. Okay, so they want you to think of the negative things when you see the black. They want you to think of the death, the evil, and the mystery, but you don't have to do that. You can think of the power. You can say to yourself every time you see somebody stalking you with black, I have power. I have the power here. Because you do. You are in control of your mind. Not them. You are. But they want you to think they are. So you can associate the black with power, with elegance. Have you ever seen someone dressed up in a black tuxedo and a lady with a nice black gown? That's elegant. You can think of that. Okay, so these are just some examples. You can choose. You can choose what you associate these colors with. Don't let them choose for you. Doesn't matter how much they stalk you with these colors. It doesn't matter. Just associate it with something positive for yourself, and then you'll begin to move past that. So some things you can do, as I said, give some positive associations for yourself. Make sure you think logical, because a color is not going to hurt you. Your mind is more strong. It's stronger than we give ourselves credit for. Okay, so we don't have to buy into that. Just think very, very logical. Um, and it would be good. It would be good for people to pull up color charts like this, because you can find these on Google or XQuick or whichever one you use, and pull up a color wheel like this, and find some keywords that'll help you to associate these colors in a more positive way. Also, you can wear the color. If you want to get comfortable with the color, that's a very good way to do it. If they are stalking you with red, wear red. Not to stalk them back, because I know people who do that too, but to get yourself comfortable with it. Or look at something that's red, a piece of clothing, or pull up something on YouTube that's red and just look at it, so that you're desensitizing yourself to that. Okay, and then challenge yourself. Just challenge yourself. If someone is stalking you with red and it makes you go into fight or flight and you just want to turn around and go home, just challenge yourself not to leave, just to stand your ground and to do whatever it is that you were going to do, just to keep going. And you'll see that these are just colors. They're just colors. They gave them a negative connotation, a negative vibration, but they're colors, and they're not going to harm you. Okay, so to the person who asked me that question, I'm not sensitized to colors, and I won't allow myself to be sensitized to colors. After they hear this, they'll probably try to bombard me with some colors, but it won't work, because I know that colors, logically, a color is not going to harm me. It's not going to harm me. So, it wasn't my intention. I mean, I just wore what I wore that day. But, I'm glad you asked the question, because I hope that people will challenge themselves to overcome all of these tactics one by one by one. And I think the color stalking is a really good place to start, because that's one of their main tactics that they use, and they pretty much use it on all of us, especially in the beginning. And it can be very detrimental. Really, I had someone to email me the other day about color harassment, and it's very, very traumatizing to this person. It really is. It sends a signal, danger, danger, but don't buy into it. Just know what they're doing. If you know what they're trying to do, then don't let it happen. You're stronger than that, okay? All right, thank you. I hope this video helped someone. Thanks.